I married my wife like most people marry their wife because she was hot, she was beautiful, she was fun, she was smart, she was all those things. But it wasn't till about 10 years after we had been together when I started to think like, oh, for the first 10 years I was thinking, well, of course she has no capacity for reason. I don't understand a word she said. But then I kept noticing that she was right a lot of the time when I couldn't understand it. And I started to think, oh, she's actually seeing the world from a different point of view. And that is like putting on those red and blue glasses that suddenly turn the world into 3 dimensions. You suddenly become one flesh, one person, and you see things in a new and deeper and richer way. And that, to me, transforms everything.
That is Andrew Klavan telling you about the wonders of marriage and how after 10 years you can finally learn that the person you married is actually indeed a person. I do want to show some more videos that are equally as ridiculous and point some stuff out about them, but Cenk, reaction to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so as you're gonna see in the videos next, this is a political point that the right wing is making now. They're trying to drive the young men that watch them to immediately get married to their girlfriends, right or wrong, because they think single women are costing them the election. So they want you to change your entire life so they could have a slight political advantage. But the way they're doing it is hilarious. Well, when I married my wife, I thought she wasn't, you had no capacity for reason. You know what I'm saying, right? I mean, don't we all? We're women. Hello, right? So for 10 years, I was like, what the hell with this lady? But at least she's hot, right? And then I realized, hey, she might be making some good points. Hey, by the way, I got news for you, brother. You were probably the idiot all along, okay? You were the one making no sense for those 10 years. You're lucky she put up with you. Jesus, and they think that's going to be appealing to single women who are voting against them.
So insane.
It's unbelievable. I cannot understand the right wing, man. Their lack of logic is just, and empathy is stunning.
Max,
I have my doubts that this guy is right, not least because he thinks you need 3D glasses to make the actual world 3D. And it's already 3D, but sure, it's his wife's fault.
Oh, so bad. That's such a devastating point. So there's other people that are obviously way better known, like Jordan Peterson and Ben Shapiro. They probably have more coherent versions of this point, right? Wrong. Cue the super duper weird music. Go for it.
Probably better to get married when you're young, because then you grow up. If you're still an adolescent by the time you're 40, you're a creep. You're the sort of person that you don't even want to be around. So you don't want to be the oldest person at the frat party. That is not pretty. There's something rotten about that, and I mean in that contemptible sense.
If the marriage happens late, this can't happen. The fact that my wife can still look at me as the person who, was 23 and just out of law school, and she can say, I see through all this crap, right? Like none of this makes a bit of difference to me. Right? The person who you are is not the person who the rest of the world sees. It's the person who I've known since long before you were that to the rest of the world. That's an amazing thing. It also gives you the ability to have somebody who calls you on your bullshit, which is like an actual real thing. Once you get, to a certain level of power, people just are really, really afraid to call you on your bullshit. And having a group of people, whether it's friends or particularly your wife, who's able to do that is vital, because if you don't have that, you spin off the rails incredibly fast.
I think every single one of us got married relatively broke.
Yeah.
Or at least, you're right, I think every single one of us did.
Then we sold ourselves to corporations and corporate interests that bankrolled this super weird boys club atmosphere where Jordan Peterson saying, don't be a child anymore. And literally in the center of the table is a bowl of gummy bears. That is a frat party. You realize you're just doing the same thing, and the music behind it. Like I get these things on my feed on Instagram, and I'm like, you're making fun of Jordan Peterson, right? That is not a serious Jordan Peterson video. No, they love this. People eat this up because of this, not the substance, but the form. There's some inspirational music. They see Daily Wire, they see Jordan Peterson. It's absolute BS. 2 more quick points. 1, Ben Shapiro just admitted that he's lying to you on a regular basis. He says the only person who knows me and the only person who really sees through all my BS is my wife. And I am then, by definition, BSing the entire population of America in the world when I get up there and I say things that I obviously don't believe in. I'm just lying to get MAGA people to like me so they can be voters and help me get corporate tax cuts for the rich. That's it. And finally, Jordan Peterson just made fun of a bunch of disaffected young men. Jordan Peterson said, listen guys, if you're not married at 40, you're a loser. And usually he gets mad at me for saying stuff like that. He gets mad at us for saying like, oh my God, these pathetic losers, just go find someone to date. No, he just went after incels. My dear disaffected fellow whites, can you believe that Jordan Peterson is that ruthless and mean to you? I believe in you. Let me be your new tiny father figure. Put your tiny hand in mine. I will be your preacher, teach you anything you have in mind. I'm your George Michael, just like Jordan Peterson has been equally creepy to the lyrics of that song his entire life.
Wow, that was amazing. Okay, now I'm gonna show you why they're doing this. So we showed it to you yesterday. This is Jesse Waters on Fox News explaining their political problem, which they're trying to address in this hilariously goofy way. Watch.
Single women are breaking for Democrats by 30 points. And this makes sense when you think about how Democrat policies are designed to keep women single. So we need these ladies to get married. And it's time to fall in love and just settle down. Guys, go put a ring on it.
Yeah, that'll work, by the way. So they have a certain ideology and principles and philosophy, and then as soon as they get married, they go, oh, I no longer believe that. I am now under the control of the superior male. No, you schmuck. It's different demographics. So the younger voters in America under 40 years old are very progressive. The older voters are more conservative. So that's why married women who are generally older are more likely to vote for Republicans. Single women who are generally younger are much more progressive. They're not going to magically become conservative overnight after their marriage. But these guys are all dumb. I'm not talking about Republican voters in this case. I'm talking about right-wing media. They're like, oh yeah, that's right. If we get them to get married, then they'll lose all of their free will. And then they'll vote for us, right? And then we'll all go on air and we'll insult them and we'll say, you have no mind of your own. You can't even reason with anyone. So now vote for me. Okay, good luck with that strategy, good luck. But my favorite part, of course, is them telling all their male voters, hurry up and get married, have a lot of kids, who cares, go, 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 go. We need to convert the women into our voters, hurry up, please. Hilarious, Max.
It's really important here, I think, to break down what Jesse Waters is really saying. Because most of these women stay single longer now because they're either pursuing education or they're making careers for themselves. So what Jesse Waters is basically saying is these women are too educated and too professional to fall for the BS we're selling. So we gotta get them out of the workforce and out of school earlier so that they'll actually believe Republican talking points. And to Ben Shapiro's point, I take issue if he thinks that his wife is the only one willing to call him on his BS. He should check his Twitter mentions. There are thousands of people willing to call him out right now.
So good. It's absolutely correct. I love it.